Adventure and Pullman on W4CY Radio.
This is Pipeman here on the Adventures Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm here with
Dan
and Adam
from Story of the Year.
Yeah, and you are the Story of the Year here at Louder Than Life.
That's true. I don't know about that. There's a lot of awesome, crazy, amazing bands today and all weekend. But yeah, we're happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, we're one of the stories. Headlining instead of Slayer.
Yeah. Obviously, we're way bigger than Slayer.
I know,
we?
right?
Clearly.
No, we're excited to be here, man. It's really cool. Cool fest.
So, first question I want to ask is, I ask every artist, how does Danny Wimmer treat you as an artist at his festivals?
Well, we're new to the Danny Wimmer universe, so this is actually one of the first things we've done with him. I mean, our management knows we are acquainted, but yeah, we're just now starting to do this stuff because this is a little heavier than Story of the Year in some ways. I mean, we do have that side of our band, but we're not used to playing these kind of festivals as much. We've been treated amazingly so far, and yeah, it's cool. We don't know too much yet, though. It's still early in the day, but...
Yeah, at first glance, though, just coming in, just the scale of the festival wasn't something that was on my radar.
Really?
See, I mean, the bus parking is indoors. I mean, granted, this
is that wild?
Yes, granted, this is festival grounds that are made for these huge things. You know, there's horse stables and anything you could possibly want to put on like a, any kind of like what do you call it? County fair on like the like.
It is a fairground.
Fairground, yeah, in the truest sense. So it's kind of wild, but yeah, seeing the way it's all organized in terms of like credentials in and out and everything's very organized, it reminds us of when we were young. Just obviously a little bit different genre balance.
Yeah, it's awesome so far.
But see, one of the cool things about the Wimmer festivals is a band like yours would play here because there's all different types. Even though it gears more towards the heavy, it mixes in, which I love because I'm from the early days where you didn't do that, and I thought it was stupid. Because I like all the different types of music. Like, I'd be just as happy at your gig in a pit as I would be in Slayer in a pit. It's just a different pit.
Yeah, it's weird. 20-something years, 20 years ago, whenever we were starting out, the genres were very divided. And yeah, it's like even like hardcore and punk wouldn't even necessarily play shows. It was like such a weird thing. You had to be the exact same style of band. And now that we get coined as emo now, which is fine, but we never thought of ourselves as an emo band 20-something years ago. We were just like a hard rock, post-hardcore, kind of whatever we were doing with pop punk and everything else, and then it turned into screamo, emo, whatever. I liked it. It's all kind of turned into one big just everybody likes music and let's just all be friends, and we've made so many friends in different bands over the years that now it's fun to be able to do different kinds of stuff like this. What's funny is our influences are so varied. And even on our first album, we hit such a spectrum. I know it's a cliche to talk about, you had really like ballad songs and then heavy, like whatever. But we combined things in a way that I think was a little bit newer for the time in our group of genres. We were influenced by everything from Pantera to Saves the Day, everything in between punk and hardcore, and all the stuff Dan talked about. But being kids from the 90s, it was even worse in the 90s in terms of what you were, quote, allowed to listen to in or outside of a certain genre or like a community of people within those genres. But we saw bands that came after us that not only took those extremes that we put into our music, but combined them all into one song. Like I remember hearing A Day to Remember for the first time, and I was like, how do you put a breakdown in a punk song, in a pop punk song? Like what? But now it's so normal and it makes sense after a while, and you go so heavy sometimes that you come all the way back around to pop, and vice versa. So it's a cool time for music.
I love how you put that, too, because now I go back to the 80s. This is my 80s battle vest.
Nice.
Okay.
That's awesome, yes.
And I have a bunch of punk bands on here, but I was a long hair, and I wasn't allowed to go to punk shows.
Yeah.
Or I got my ass beat, and vice versa.
Yeah, punk and metal did not gel very much back in the day.
And I never got that. I thought it was the stupidest shit ever.
Yeah.
We were both small groups that were very similar, and both getting bullied by the jocks in school.
Yep.
Band together, idiots. I mean, I couldn't put it any plainer than that. It's like, and now we have this where it's like we're just all one big happy family, and we can go see whoever we want. We can play with, if you're an artist, with whoever you want. Not to mention, I think nowadays, like you were talking about all the labels before, I hate the fucking labels, okay? Like, you're an artist. You should be able to play whatever you want, whatever moves you as a creator. The creativity shouldn't be, I have to write this type of song today.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, especially in the metal world, that was very like, it has to be so heavy, it has to be exactly fit these boxes and whatever. Yeah, luckily the internet has kind of changed all of that over the years, and technology, and just people listen to everything, and you don't have to be ashamed to listen to the poppiest thing on earth and the heaviest thing on earth at the same time.
doubt.
It's kind of just, especially younger kids than us, like my kids, they don't have any rules of what they listen to. They're just like, no, I like that.
Right.
Whatever that is, I like it. Yeah.
See, I love that.
The other side of the labels thing, though, in some ways I am thankful that we are lumped into a scene, at least, not necessarily the genre. Because
I think that's
clearly,
a better word, scene.
Yeah, because clearly emo doesn't cover all the genres that are in our scene.
Right.
But we're happy to have at least been a part of a scene, so we, as we move now 20, 25, 30, who knows how many years past when we initially broke out, there's still a community of people that can hold on to that nostalgia, pass it down to the next generation. Because we have friends who are in bands that were mainstream successful but don't have a scene that they're kind of locked into, and I see them sort of like swimming in this abyss of like, where do we fit in? Who do we tour with?
True.
So
That's a good point.
So I am thankful for at least being part of a scene, genre aside.
It's funny, even you look at Warped Tour this year, you look at some of the bands, they would have never been Warped Tour when it was a thing.
Yeah, we did a lot of Warped Tours in the early 2000s and later 2000s, but yeah. And we were even a weird band for Warped Tour at first, because it was like the old school punk bands like NoFX, Bad Religion, and all them, Rancid. So we were like the new young kids at that point in 2003 and 4. But Kevin Lyman's always been great at that, like bringing in new stuff and not just doing the thing he's supposed to do. And that's what Warped Tour was so great. That's what it was.
It's funny, too. You have Bring Me the Horizon's headlining here on Sunday night, I think it is. And I love what Ollie said in an interview once, because they've been getting a lot of crap because they're not purist deathcore anymore.
Yeah.
And he said, why do I want to write the same song over and over again? What a great point. Like, that's what I'm getting to. You're an artist. When you want to evolve, when you want to express, as you're getting better at your craft, when you want to experiment and go farther with it.
Yeah, and you change in life.
Right.
You have different influences over the years and feelings and different ideas. And yeah, like we're completely different people than we were 22 years ago when our first record came out. But
let's hope so.
But we still love those songs and it's still fun to play them. But yeah, you can't write the exact same thing in your 40s that you could in your teens and 20s. But yeah, I don't know. There's no rules. Fuck it. Do whatever you want.
That's the key.
We're like Outback Steakhouse, no rules.
I love it. So what? You're going to be at Aftershock too?
Yep. Yeah, we're doing Aftershock.
I love Aftershock. You're going to love Aftershock.
This is our first time for both, so we're excited.
They do have, Aftershock's the one where you will fit in too, because for years they've been including like pop punk type of bands and stuff like that. So mixing it up. Like they'll have like Blink has headlined Aftershock.
Okay, yeah.
You know what's weird? You say that. We were looking at the bills for each of the days, and we're not on the day that I think most people would expect us to be on, or that we would expect to be on. We're on a much heavier day.
That's wild.
But also, I mean, it's weird because if you look back at the beginning of our career when we're on a major label, so we started off like playing a lot of radio festivals. We would do like the summer circuit of radio festivals, and we played a lot of like active rock stations, or we played in front of a lot of crowds that we had to win over because we were in exactly the same kind of situation where we were kind of like a sore thumb on the bill. So in that sense, I guess it's full circle and it makes sense. We're not on the pop punk day.
I actually like it though, because that exposes you to new people. Because the people on those days aren't going there specifically for pop punk. But
for sure.
As you've probably noticed here in Louder Than Life, even early in the day, like there's huge crowds. It doesn't matter who the band is.
Yeah. I love having to win over people and not being comfortable. It's fun, and that's fine with us.
There you go. It's the only way to grow, too, right?
Yeah, it's a challenge. It's good.
Anything else you want to let the listeners know that we haven't covered yet that you got coming up?
We just finished recording a new record.
Nice.
It's not announced and out yet, but everything
now
will be.
Is.
As far as the single and the album name and all that stuff, we're announcing in the next couple weeks. So look out for that. And we're just happy to still be doing it. Happy to be here.
Oh, man.
100.
We're happy to have you here at Louder Than Life, man.
Absolutely.
And thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipe Man.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.